Hello everypony, Metallic Minty Pony here, and today I'm going to be reading Lifeblood by Leopardclaw XX on Warrior ShareWiki. And it's a really good fanfic. Anyway, Lifeblood. Author Leopardclaw. The description is, a tale of sorrow, betrayal, and revelation. Shinestorm will leave the clan with the evil tyrant leader one night, and nothing will be the same. Hearts will break, and judgments will be made. It's a short 6-chapter, 7 if you count the prologue. Prologue. My name is Shinestorm. I did many terrible things when I was alive, and I still grieve in my heart, though I am long dead. You want to know my story? I warn you, it is not for the faint-hearted. I did some awful things, and I am not proud of them. I was lucky to be in StarClan. Some say I deserve to be here, others say I shouldn't. Beware, my tale is unpleasant, as I say. I wish you well. Judge me as you will. Chapter 1. Shinestorm, concentrate! Chestnut Breeze snapped me out of my daydream. Sorry. My best friend purred with laughter, and I joined her. Suddenly she stopped. Her eyes went wide, and she fearfully whispered, "Look behind you!" I slowly turned around, and realized what she was scared of. It was Silent Star. He was a ghostly-looking cat. He had faded gray fur, and dark eyes that you could never quite tell the color of. A long scar circled his eye and ran down his face, just cutting through his nose. The only color pigment was his black paw. It never faded. "What are you two laughing about?" His voice was low and always sinister. "I want you to come hunting, Shinestorm, with me. I'll be waiting by the exit." He stalked off, and I gulped, looking fearfully at my friend. Rumors were that, in the past, Silent Star had murdered cats for fun, or because he didn't like them. No cat wanted to displease him for fear of death. I was hardly going to get myself killed by this mad, evil leader by refusing to hunt with him. "Wish me luck," I laughed nervously. Chestnut Breeze looked worried. "Good luck, my friend. Don't do anything stupid." Chestnut Breeze dipped her head and went back to sorting her herbs. I took a deep breath and strided over to where the cruel leader waited impatiently. "Saying goodbye, are we? Why do you think that will be needed?" I concentrated on my breathing and ignored his taunting. "It looks like it might rain," I mentioned, keeping my voice level, calm. "We'd better get going." The leader narrowed his dark eyes. "Yes, we'd better." Chapter 2. As we neared the gorge, the first rain began to fall. We'd had quite a successful hunt so far, but even so, Silent Star's mood was foul. "We should turn back," I suggested. "This rain is only going to get heavier." He narrowed his eyes at me, and I felt a shiver of fear run down my spine. "Should we? Maybe we have things to discuss. Why do you think I brought you out when I knew it was going to rain? I didn't want to be overheard, followed, or be in a bright and happy mood with the sun. I hate the sun. I despise niceties. A storm is the only weather for me." I gulped, frozen to the spot, the rain now more than a drizzle, soaking my fur. "What is there to discuss? You're a mad cat in a position of power. I'm surprised you were ever loved," I said snidely. The rain was pounding the ground, the sky dark. He seemed to recoil and hissed loudly in my ear, so I could be sure to hear over the rain. "How dare you make comments about my mate? She left me, and that is why I am mad, as you say. You make comments about me, all of you. You don't think I hear? I don't give mouse dung what you think of me. My only family is weak, and she may as well be dead too." I shivered at the statement, the rain the only thing that could be heard for a moment. I wonder who his family could be. I decided to push him. I was angry at him already for his attitude towards me. "Who is this family you speak of? I never knew you had siblings." He looked as if the storm in the sky was in his face. His dark eyes were wild, his face a picture of rage. I had never seen a cat so angry. "You know nothing about me," he screeched, partly out of rage, partly so he could be heard. "Nothing. I have no brothers nor sisters, you stupid kit. I have one daughter. She hates me and I hate her. She is weak, weak-minded, weak-muscled, weak at everything. She is no warrior. She is not fit to be my daughter. She couldn't kill to save her life. I flinched. Why does it seem like he's talking to me? I wondered for a second too long. He was at my throat. I felt his musky breath on my face as I tried not to run, to yell. You know nothing. I am surprised. You truly do not know, do you? It was a statement, not a question. I was scared for my life and scared at his tone. It was sharply soft, like a knife waiting to strike. I shook my head frantically, and he laughed maniacally, releasing me from his grasp. Shinestorm, I am your father. How many times is that reference going to be used? I don't think it'll be like 80 million years from now, and no one will know where that came from, and they're still going to be using that reference. Oh, wonderful time for my heater to turn on. This video is just a big, giant burrito of professionalness. Chapter 3. I let the rain soak my skin, my fur dripping. No, I don't understand. You can't be my father, I shouted. And if so, I am disappointed with you for being an awful father, as you are with me for being the best warrior I can. Her face darkened. How dare you insult my parenting, you worthless mite? Something snapped within me, and all the pent-up anger from his taunting surged forth, clouding my judgment. How dare you insult my warrior skills? I lashed out at him, feeling my claws hit their target. He laughed insanely, and I slashed again and again. Who do you think you are? I felt the blood run down my claws as the rain diluted it. The blood had stained his faded fur as the rain beat down, the mud and the blood merging as one. Subconsciously, I noticed we were very near the gorge edge. Go on, then. Prove you're not as worthless as you are. Hurt me. His taunting released a new wave of anger within me. In claws sharp, I hit him square in the chest. Blood splashed to the ground, rain streaking his pelt. He smiled madly and tipped backward slowly into the gorge. I gasped and ran to the edge, only to meet him falling. Only to see him falling, I think is what it's supposed to say. Still laughing. The rain was so heavy I could hardly see anything but the splash where he hit the water. The blood flowed down the stream. He must have hit a rock, I realized, a sinking feeling in my stomach. As I turned to go back to camp, his last words rang through my head, chilling me more than the rain. This is my last life, you fool! Chapter 4. I killed Silent Star. I killed my father in cold blood. I wandered back into camp, soaked and miserable. I clambered up onto High Rock as some cats poked their heads out of their warm, dry dens to see what was happening. My clanmates, I started, knowing that I'd have to tell them Silent Star was dead. Silent Star is dead. There was a moment of pause and disbelief, and then cheering erupted through the clan. They were happy that the tyrant leader was dead. I knew that. I was glad they didn't know the truth. I heard a cat shout, "Star Clan be with you, Raven Star!" He was our new leader, and we all hoped he'd be better than Silent Star. I just wished I hadn't killed him in cold blood, even if by accident. I went the pulse. I've never heard of a word called pulse. That has to be some sort of spelling error. I went to the pulse. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Random fit from the dog out in the hallway trying to wake everyone up. Okay. Where was I? Oh. I went to the pulse. The friend I knew would understand. Chestnut Breeze? I need to talk." The familiar voice of the medicine cat welcomed me in, and as always I was greeted by the leafy scent of her den. "What brings you here, Sandstorm? I sense something troubling you." The medicine cat had always been good at sensing feelings. Today was no different. I gulped. Sadness and a feeling I couldn't name clouded my vision. "I killed him, Chestnut Breeze. It was an accident, I swear, and—" She hushed me. I was going to ramble. "I know," she soothed. "The clan will be better without him, and it was an accident after all. He provoked you?" I nodded mutely. She made a thoughtful expression, and I murmured quietly, "He was my father." Chestnut Breeze nodded. She knew. How did she know? I cleared my thoughts. Of course she knew. She was the medicine cat. My heater just turned off. That's wonderful. Then her face turned dark, and she quietly warned me. "Don't grieve too much. Sadness can equate to madness." I had no idea what she meant, but I knew that I had done a terrible thing, and she was not going to be sympathetic. "Thanks a lot," I hissed, shoving past her to storm out of camp. I sat in the rain and watched it fall down around me. Chapter 5. I felt alone. I had been to the gorge often the past few days, contemplating what I had done. Murder shakes you to the core. I felt like my heart had become a blackened rock inside me, incapable of feeling. A cold breeze blew. I still felt nothing but guilt and betrayal. Something had changed permanently within me, and I was never going to trust anyone ever as I had done. My pause led me to my best friend's den. Or was she? I couldn't tell anymore. I could hardly tell real from dream. She looked at me sadly, as if I had done some terrible thing. "I thought you were glad he's dead." This overwhelming sense of anger and betrayal overcame me, and something snapped. "I thought you were my friend. I thought you were supposed to care." Her usually gentle expression had turned into one of worry, but my mind twisted into one of hatred and anger. "Shinestorm, please calm down. You will hurt yourself if you continue like this. Please, my friend, don't do this." She was telling me to calm down? She knew nothing. "I won't hurt myself. No, I'll hurt you instead." I stalked forward, and she backed into the wall. She was afraid. "Oh, StarClan, save my soul," she whispered, barely audible. "StarClan can't save you now. StarClan are for dead cats. Or are they?" She was shaking gently, and I was quivering, tense, alert. "Shinestorm, please, you don't know what you're doing. You're not in your right mind." That drove me over the edge. I screeched, near silently, and before I was aware of anything, my claws were buried deep in the medicine cat's chest, redness spreading quickly through her light chestnut fur, like ink spreading across a page. Her washed-out green eyes rolled back as my claws dripped. Well, I freaking hate YouTube's time limit because I don't have enough time to read the last chapter. I've tried to record it over and over again, but it keeps stopping like two lines from the end. And there's nothing I can do about it. I'll have to put like a really short video as a part 2 to this because of YouTube's stupid time limit. But anyway, I'll put that next part up soon. My name is Metallic Minty Pony. Subscribe for more and like if you enjoyed. Goodbye.